Welcome back, Oilers. I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving break. My name's Ciarnian Marzella, and I'm here to talk about what we have going on this week. I know most of you are still recovering from a food coma, but the varsity boys soccer team isn't. Their preseason games are officially upon us, and there's a home game today at 5 o'clock p.m. Here's our guys with more details on their upcoming season.
Hey Oilers, our boys soccer season will be starting before we know it. Let's see what they have in store for us this year.
Practices consist of a warm-up along with active and static stretching, and then we usually play some possession and knock the ball around. And after that, we usually start with the scrimmage.
Fitness, so we do a lot of running and different things like that, just to prepare us for the games. To prepare for games, we basically just blast some bangers in the locker room and just get hyped.
Soccer season starts in November, December. We have pre-games going all the way through those months, and then our actual league starts in January.
And our next games will be at Paramount and Long Beach.
Our biggest rivals are by far Edison and Marina.
Our students can support us by just showing up to the games. It means a lot to us when we get to see a crowd out there and we play hard for you guys.
If you guys come out and just show an audience, we really appreciate it, and it helps us get more energized for what we have to do. At the end of November, we're going to be playing Paramount and Long Beach, so those are going to be some big games for us.
We're excited to see what you guys have in store for us this season. Good luck, and remember, Oilers, don't forget to support our boys.
I hope to see everyone in the stadium tonight at 5 to support our soccer boys. While we have many new and exciting sports seasons just beginning, band and color guard season has officially closed. Our Huntington band and color guard have had a very successful season, which has led them straight into the semifinals and into the California State Championships. Emma went out to cover all of the details.
Hey Oilers, this week I went and checked out what our marching band has been up to.
Our show this year is Pictures in an Exhibition, which is a Russian work by a composer named Mussorgsky, and it was composed by orchestra by Ravel.
We have these big picture frames to tie into that. We got an artist too to make these big, huge paintings.
Well, I conduct the band, which means that I move my arms in a certain way to make sure that everyone stays in time.
So as drum major, basically I'm just kind of like a role model for the younger students. We teach them marching and we're supposed to conduct. A couple weeks before school ends, we announced that we're going to have drum major tryouts for the next year. So students start practicing, conducting, learning the commands that we use, and then at the audition, we conduct the Star Spangled Banner, a pep tune of our choice, and then we go through all the commands to the band.
So I had to go through a verbal interview with my band director, and then once I was finished with that, I actually had to conduct a few pieces for the entire band to make sure I could actually do it.
I am a senior varsity color guard member. The process for learning the material with color guard is that we'll learn it after the band has their music and has their drill. So band has a week start ahead of us for an act of music, and then once we see what the band does, we configure ourselves to how they're marching, how their drill is, what the music is. For a competition day, we'll work 4 or 5 hours in the practice on the main field with the band, and then we have an hour to get our makeup done, eat, get on the bus, go to our competition place, practice, and then go on the field.
We have band camp, which is a week before school starts, and basically we just teach the basics of how to march and hold your instrument and play all at the same time. And then for performances, we take charts that have all of our spots on them and we go set by set to create the pictures that we make.
First we receive our music, like for example, this year our show is Pictures at an Exhibition. This has 5 acts, so we each get a different act on a different day. We'd learn the music first, and then we take it outside and we learn it, the steps of it, to the music, and then we put it with music, and then we have our show.
I'm the section lieutenant for the pit, or the front ensemble in our band. We're actually getting close to the end of our season, and we've actually gotten awards for things like high visual effect and high music effect, so that's pretty cool.
We've been doing pretty good. Right now we're well on our way to making championships, which is at Huntington Beach High School.
There's usually about 8 to 10 bands that compete, and we've been getting around 3rd place with scores in the top, especially music and visual.
But at our last show, a couple people tripped over a giant prop that we had, and I laughed at it, but I shouldn't have.
Hopefully we'll do well. We've received a lot of honors for our music and our performance this year, and I'm really excited.
My favorite part of the season is actually kind of where we are right now, which is when our whole show is kind of tying together.
My favorite part of the season is the bus rides home, because everyone is so tired after their 14-hour day from like physical exhaustion that they just kind of get really loopy in the bus, and it's fantastic.
Probably my favorite moment was when we finally got the closer or the finale to our show on the field, because I don't know, it's like I've been in band now for 3 years, and it's kind of just sad that this is my last competition, but it's also kind of nice because it's such a nice closer.
This weekend, I joined the band at the Grand Championships. We won 5th place. What a great way to end the season. Congratulations, Oilers.
Thanks, Emma, and congratulations to our band and color guard. In other news, if you have ever dreamed of traveling to Belgium or France, then you're in luck. The French department right here at HBHS has put together a trip that you will never forget. We sent out Maya to cover the details.
We are going to France, of course, and Belgium and Switzerland. It's a 10-day trip. We're going on June 27th and returning home on July 6th. Starting off in Brussels, so we'll be spending time seeing the city, going to museums. We then spend 4 evenings in Paris, so we go to places like the Louvre and Versailles and Giverny, which are Monet's gardens, and just spending time in the city. So the trip is pretty organized, pretty well organized. So in the mornings we have breakfast together. We do our touring in mid-morning, and then the kids have the freedom to kind of explore the city. We then eat dinner together in the evening, and then they have some freedom in the evening as well. The meetings will be held beginning in January for those that have already registered, and we'll be meeting once a month until departure.
Be sure to turn in your deposit soon. Just because Thanksgiving is over doesn't mean the good food has to end. If you're like me, then you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed about all the leftovers in your fridge. Luckily, our very own Nathan is here to give us some advice on what to do with our leftover turkey.
So, after the big meal you're guaranteed to get on Thanksgiving Day, you're gonna have some leftovers. So, here are some recipes you can make with those leftovers. What you'll need for turkey sandwiches are mayonnaise, bacon, bread, and turkey. It's really simple. First, get some bread, then put on some mayonnaise and put some turkey in there too. Finally, you put the bacon inside of the sandwich. It's quick and simple.
Thanks, Nathan. I know what I'm having for lunch today. Well, Oilers, that's all we have for today. And remember, there's only 14 more days until winter break.